Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Gardens of Global Unity, where all things are possible. I'm Sue Blythe. I'm coordinator of We the World's Campaign for Environment. And today we're in the Garden of Health, where we are growing a seed idea for the UN Sustainable Development Goal number 3 for health and well-being for all people on this earth. And so to do that, we're looking for people who are already creating health and well-being for others. And we found a most wonderful one in Lolo Lesser, who's here today. Lolo maintains focus as a peace builder, ecological promoter, spiritual Buddhist practitioner, energy worker, and business facilitator. Her years of training as a life coach, family and child consultant, and project facilitator fuel her excellence in Empatharian Movement for Peace, a project she inherited from her mother and has embellished. And she's developing the Empatharian Peace Boom as a tool for the Martin Luther King World House Project. And today I understand we're going to get the Empatharian version of the Declaration of Interdependence from We the World. So I'm really excited to see that. And welcome to the Garden of Health, Lolo Lesser.
Thank you very much, Sue, for that lovely introduction. And I'm really excited to be here. Just a couple of days ago, I discovered the Declaration of Interdependence. And I felt so inspired that I wanted to put the Peace Boom movements into this beautiful declaration. And I just want to say a few words about health and about why the movements are so important and why Empatharian can be such a key for world health. And why I'd like to spread it around the world so much, because we are in a crisis right now, a crisis of many dimensions brought into focus by this COVID-19 crisis. And it was near the beginning of it that I started developing the Empatharian Movement for Peace beyond what my mother had created with her telesymbol movement for peace. And to put empathy central to what we were doing, and peace to be the peace building is what we're practicing. So what it is that words and movement and purpose come together to inspire and to elevate our energy levels, to be able to heal ourselves, to generate our own self-healing energy, and to create in ourselves a implosion, an explosion, and an ecstatic joy of being so that we can be amplified on the planet's blessing, so that we can become the planet's blessing in a bigger way and enlarge everybody's experience of health. Because until people can experience their own personal health and get in touch with their own personal sense of self-nurturing and sense of gratitude about where we are, it's very hard for anyone to be concerned with the planet, because they're in a crisis, they're in trauma about so many things. They're in disease, dis-ease, and so many things are rampant in our world, and especially in the American culture, unfortunately, which have made it counterproductive to our being in touch with the Earth's natural processes, the natural order of life on Earth. And this has set in motion so much that is endangering our very survival. So in order to create our own survival, we can start with the health of each one person being central. And of course, this is also in touch with our purpose, planetary purpose. So there may be different expressions of this peace boom set of movements that I have created, 12 movements. But this particular one inspires me, and I hope it inspires you. So first I'm going to read the Declaration of Interdependence, which was a document created, Sue tells me, within the We the World organization from the UN Charter, is that correct?
Well, it's not UN, it's the Earth Charter.
The
It was
Earth-
inspired by the UN, but is not UN official.
So this document is called the Declaration of Interdependence. And I'm first going to read the words, and then I'm going to do the words, and then we can, perhaps you'd enjoy doing the movements with me. I hope so. So just to read it, I'm going to read the whole thing first, and then we can read it as a call and response so we can penetrate it, okay? And then I will do the movements. So, we, the people of planet Earth, in recognition of the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of the balance of nature, hereby acknowledge our interdependence and affirm our dedication to life-serving environmental stewardship, the fulfillment of universal human needs worldwide, economic and social well-being, and a culture of peace and nonviolence, to ensure a sustainable and harmonious world for present and future generations. And I've added 2 words, I connect, which I'd like you all to join in when we do the call and response, okay? And I hope you do feel that as you say it. So here we go. So I'll say it, and then you all say it together, okay? We, the people of planet Earth.
We, the people of
Planet Earth, in recognition of the interconnectedness of all life, in recognition
of the interconnectedness of all life,
and the importance of the balance of nature,
and the importance of the balance of nature,
hereby acknowledge our interdependence,
hereby acknowledge our interdependence,
and affirm our dedication to life-serving environmental stewardship, the fulfillment of universal human needs worldwide, economic and social well-being, and a culture of peace and nonviolence, to ensure a sustainable and harmonious world for present and future generations. I connect.
Definitely.
The connect movement is actually reaching forward and reaching back. So we reach to the screen and touch each other. So now you know that one. So I will do the rest of the movements. Now these are, recently I've gotten in touch with the 4 directions that the indigenous peoples have given us as a special gift to understand and fit into the role of our natural process of change. And so this starts with getting our intention as we face east. And then it continues as we create our setting in the south. This is the adult piece. And then it continues with the
west.
The west. And then it goes to the north. but I'm not going to do those directions right this minute. Well, let's see. I'd really like to, because I think it's pretty effective doing it that way. And when you do your personal practice, to do it this way is incredible. So I really recommend that we do it this way. Hi, Stanley, and hi to whoever's watching us. Thank you for being here. Many of my World House Challenge people have been invited today, and I'm worried they're having trouble getting on to this connection. I do think they didn't get on because of not registering. Anyway, so here we go. I'm just going to stand up, move my chair to the side, and set my screen so you can perhaps see me doing this. So here we are. So I'm going to start, by the way, with remembering that breath is central to all of this, and intention. And I have a really great way of doing that. So when we're facing east, we breathe out, the belly expands, and we breathe in, bringing our belly towards us, bringing our intention in, and breathing in through the nose. We breathe out. Actually, that's breathing in, sorry. And then breathing out through the mouth. One more time. And now we'll start. Like a key, we turn our right hand counterclockwise to unlock and open. We, the people of planet Earth.
We, the people of planet Earth.
You can just watch for now. In recognition of the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of the balance of nature. My head leans back. Hereby acknowledge our interdependence and affirm, and we turn here, we affirm our dedication. I'm not going to turn, I'm going to show you this, going straight forward. Our dedication to life-serving environmental stewardship. Let's take a breath here. This is the fulfillment of universal human needs. And this is circling my hands. Worldwide, economic and social well-being, and a culture. And this is again turning to another direction to the west, I think. No, this is to the north. So this is great because this is now facing the right direction, right? A culture of peace and nonviolence. But I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. Culture of peace and nonviolence. So my hands are forming a wave and we're coming up tall. Wonderful, everybody. Some people have trouble going all the way up. So you just go as far as you can. And then holding it one bit more to open for present and future. No, I skipped a line. To ensure a sustainable and harmonious world. So we can look up about including a sustainable and harmonious world. And then we come into this position by our hearts. And this is forming what many people have. I'm going to show you my hands. This seems to be the universal symbol for heart. So we are going to use this universal symbol for heart at the moment and bring it up and down from our lower chakras to our higher chakra, thinking of for present and future generations. We don't have to go higher than the head with this one. We can go round in circles for present and future generations, bringing it back to us, to our heart, And then I connect. So this one is taking a step forward and leaning on your knee, unless you're sitting, and sitting is fine. And we're connecting to the screen, to all of you, to everybody worldwide. So, and also reaching forward and reaching back. So this is also the Empatharian symbol for health, is this reaching forward and reaching back. So we are in the present. This is us being in balance with the future and the past. We are here, okay? And we are connecting. So thank you. So, wow, maybe you've learned it, or should I go through each one? Just for fun, I'm going to show you what I made too. This is, I made a really fun slideshow that is using my peace boom, okay? Let's see, we're going to go to the beginning here. Ah, there we are at the beginning. Oh, did I push share screen yet?
Not yet.
Well, let me do that. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we, the people of planet Earth, and that is the position pretty much. Oh, I don't know about you, but this is hiding on the right side. She's doing this in recognition of the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of balance of nature. We hereby acknowledge our interdependence, and this is to either side, win-win, our interdependence, so we can all win. Affirm and, let's see, what does that say? And affirm our dedication. I guess it's hidden there. To life-serving environmental stewardship, the fulfillment of universal human needs worldwide, economic and social well-being, and a culture of peace and nonviolence to ensure a sustainable and harmonious world for present and future generations. I connect. So there we are. And by the way, everybody, today is the first day of Hispanic Heritage Month. So I'm there. All of the culture's heritage we want to celebrate, because that's part of who we are in the past, and all of our heritages are going to help us through the future. But we really need to connect to that heritage, because there are keys that are going to unlock some things that are locked for us in the present at the moment. We have many locked up pieces in terms of trauma in the body and crisis throughout the world, of course. So the many human needs that there are out of touch with all of those people in so many ways. So what we want to do is do a health practice that's going to help us to in tune with ourselves, the self-nurturing that's going to create us as beautiful. My mother did her therapy with children that were developmentally disabled, and where they started was feeling beautiful. So let's all do that just for a moment. Let's just all experience our own beauty going out, because that's what it is. Thank you. Now let's do a little more. How about we do We the People of Planet Earth together one more time. I was going to just practice each thing and teach you each thing. We did this one a little bit, unlocking. And this one, when you do it, you are pushing, you've turned your hand up So you're pushing, and it makes a really nice stretch. When you get to the top, open the hands and the fingers. Open the hands and the fingers so that you can really enjoy that stretch. And these are keys to particular things. Let the shoulders drop as you do it. Relax the shoulders and allow your body to breathe. Again, through the nose, the belly expands. Different from how we usually breathe. This breath is a key to soothing stress, eliminating stress in our bodies. Again, in and the belly expands, and out and the belly contracts. And then in recognition, so we're stepping over and putting one foot forward, actually, which I'm not doing because I'm sitting to show you the arm movements. But this is also a lunge. So my left foot, the same as this left arm, is actually forward, has stepped forward and is bent, and the back leg is straight. So not just a very small lunge, nothing very deep. It's only to about 70% of what you can do. So only do this as good as it feels. And if it doesn't feel good, just sit. It's okay. So we're expanding our heart rate by moving our arms. And the importance of the balance of nature and leaning our heads back and relaxing those shoulders, letting them drop, stretching the arms out to the sides, feeling the fingers spread and stretch. The balance of nature. Beautiful. Hereby bringing our hands in, and when we do this, we bring our feet in also. And I forgot to mention the importance of the balance of nature. We've stepped out from that lunge, so the right foot has stepped out and the feet are about shoulder length apart. So we're doing this with our legs a little bit apart and our arms apart. And we're putting pressure on the vagus nerve, which releases trauma over time. So the traumas that we have, let's release and let it go. And then we bring our feet in. The left foot comes in so that the feet are kind of stand together in a good posture to support your body. And we're doing a soft fist, very soft, as if you're holding a baby bird inside your fist and keeping that baby bird safe. And we're turning our shoulders, leaving our hips approximately the same spot. And for me, sitting down, it's easy to leave them in the same spot. And this is, of course, economic and social well-being. Okay. And then we're taking a step to the side to affirm. We're affirming our dedication. And the arms are actually straight in front of us. So I'm pushing out straight from my heart, affirming our dedication. And then again, the arms go up and out with the palms facing forward like a rainbow. We're creating a rainbow with our bodies. Let's do that again. Arms coming straight out, hands flat out, with my wrists quite bent up so that we're pushing the chi energy out to the world, affirming our dedication, creating a rainbow of inspiration and dedication to life-serving environmental stewardship. And this is the center of it, isn't it? It's also the center of all of this, what we're saying. We're halfway through to life-serving environmental stewardship. And then from here, the hands start moving around each other, and we go down to the ground, scooping up energy from the earth as far as is comfortable, about 70 to 80% what you can do. And then coming up, bringing the energy up. This is the fulfillment of universal human needs worldwide. So think of the world. We're spinning the world as we do this. Doesn't have to go above our heads. We're just spinning that world. And then we're actually, I'm going to say, lift your left hand first and come to your eyebrow to do a turn to look to your left and go as far, like you can let your waist turn as far as you can and look to your left. And then keep your eyes on the horizon and lift as you get to the center, the right hand, hand to eyebrow, right? Eyes on the horizon and turn as far as you can. You can see 360 degrees. That's wonderful, but it's not necessary. So where are we? That was economic and social well-being. And a culture of peace and nonviolence. And this is the one where our hands now are coming down and up to form a wave. And I'm going to show you sideways. Oh, I can't show you unless I go back a little. But I'm just forming a wave. And this is kind of a culture of joy, peace, and nonviolence, which rises. So, and it's rising to ensure a sustainable and harmonious world. And here we are. This is also the position for wisdom, right? Ensure a sustainable and harmonious world, aligning ourselves with our higher power. And here we are, coming to for present and future generations. And we're going to go round. So we're going to the present and future generations, going out a little bit with our hands, going out in a circle, forward, and then ready for the I connect, everybody? Are you ready? Bring it in and bring it forward. I connect. So the thing about this is we're really creating for people an opportunity to connect, an opportunity to express emotion. And this is what we are missing in many of our exercise routines and the way we do things in the world is not having opportunities for emotional expression. And sometimes those people are afraid of their emotions because they're so very strong. This can channel that emotional, spiritual energy so that we have a sense of purpose in what we're doing. And we can be expressing that energy and helping the body to heal some of the rough edges of our emotions and learning and accepting that all of it is a process towards our own growth. So when I have this, my peace boom, I've just finished doing a peace boom using these 12 movements in a curriculum for bringing peace, personal and planetary, to ourselves. But it just really is being marketed as something to bring yourself peace, because it is a holistic mind, body, spirit, future, past, 5-dimensional, 6-dimensional probably, program and project to bring story, element of story, bring element of discussion, element of co-creative activity, co-creative art, bringing ourselves into that creative space, and then movement to bring it all together. So the movement helps anchor in our bodies something that is nurturing and life-giving. And as we do it, at first it feels perhaps rote to do movement. feels like it's rote to do it. But if we can do these movements for 7 minutes a day, maybe even 3 minutes a day, doing this same set of 12 movements, that you could do this, we the people of planet Earth. And it probably would mean doing it to the 4 directions and perhaps a 5th, and then you'd be done in 7 minutes. A movement meditation, which brings clarity and focus to your whole day so that you have an energized feeling, and also so that your body is energized, so that you have a looseness and an ability to move and react and not react, so that you can sit and be with some of the things that may provoke and reactivate us, and have choices instead of having things thrust upon us by our past experiences that have been traumatic. Now, I will say my Peace Boom curriculum may be reactivating for some people, because we're going into stories that are from the beginning of a baby's birth. And I'm thinking I might give you a slight taste of it, because it's these are stories that my mother wrote long ago, a book that she wrote that was called This Great Love to Cherish. And it was a book about her experiences with my son as a baby. And she was a wonderful grandmother and brought with her, she was brought up in South Africa, so she had a slightly different frame. And also she had a whole different way of looking at the creativity in the human being. Her first language was Russian, and English seems to be where the world is going for a universal language, but there have been lots of others, and Spanish is actually more prevalent in the world today than English. So we Americans and English speakers could become less English centric, but also doing this Empatharian movement will help people to learn English. And learning English can become a key to a lot for people in other countries. So let me see if I think it may be difficult for me to find this, but it might not. I want to find for you the document just to read one little bit of the story here. So let me see if I can find it, and then I'll share my screen, okay? Here it is, copy. And this is still in a draft form, I will say. So that's, but through this is probably the document to teach teachers. And here we're starting at the contents. And the contents are 12 movements, as you see, which are divided into 3 sets. Setting the stage. You can't see, can you? Sorry, hold on. There we go. Now you can see, yeah? And I'm going to try to move this down. It's a little bit large for everyone to see the pages, so, but this is how we can read it. Anyway, this is the contents. It's got the 12 action steps and results. And I don't know if you'll recognize it from the Declaration of Independence. It starts with making a stand, which is we the people of planet Earth. And here's the story that goes with that. So I'm just going to read it. We only have 7 more minutes, so I think we won't be able to do any more than this first one. But it's early one morning, my daughter calls in a panic. Sean is getting weaker. He will not suckle, she tells me. She doesn't know what to do. Without hesitation, I said to drive him over. Seemed like ages, but at last they arrived. I took Sean in my arms in preparation. I'd sterilized 2 cups and wipe your breast, express both breasts. Milk came out. I took a teaspoon, took some of the milk, fed him. He swallowed the milk. The relief was for all three of us. In her amazement, Mom got quiet and said, why don't you have a quick dip in the spa next door and have a rest? We need more milk. So she was, and then my darling returned, all refreshed and smiling faces, still asleep. He needed more milk, so we woke him up. Where did you learn this method, Mom? I was told how she attended prenatal classes, the best nurse with her teacher, and this was in England, where I was born. So sometimes, and then the questions for discussion are, why did the baby stop suckling? So we're looking at what might have caused that. And what did the baby respond to? And so it was looking at it as a special place to make a stand. And then we have co-creative actions in this one that go on. And it's going on to list one thing that stops you from getting what you need to thrive, something you need, lack of, one thing. And it's probably a stressor of some sort. So picture the stressor melting away, feeling energy, the positive warmth of nurture to come into your body, opening up to the teaspoon of milk. Write a sentence or words to remind you to do something. Picture that happy place with your other hand, and now we'll be doing a drawing. So that's the hand you normally use for writing. Make a picture of that place. So this is how we're going to be drawing art into it, that is using our unconscious to just simply, through our hands, do art as a picture and reminder for whatever you might need. And a piece of newsprint and art supplies are something everybody would have in advance. To fully draw a symbolic picture of this space to make a stand. So we can have that. And then we do the movement. So that's what each one of those is about, kind of going through a little bit of a co-creative process with it. And I hope that it'll be something that people will be interested to participate with, because it's fun and good for us all. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask at all?
I have a question.
Okay, good.
That is, you said that you inherited this program from your mother.
Yes.
And I just wondered how much it was part of your life as you were growing up.
That's a really good question, Sue. It, of course, my mother was part of my life growing up, but she didn't actually teach me her work except for about a 6-month period where she taught me her work. She was busy trying to get legislation. She somehow thought Empatharian would be a universal language, and she wanted to, and she saw that it could solve war. And so if it would solve war because people could communicate with each other, all the soldiers would be against it because they enjoyed, and all the Defense Department would be against it. Anyway, so she spent all her energy trying to get legislation and to talk to people in the military. And actually, they started using parts of her work, which is really kind of, in a way, scary. But because body movement is very powerful combined with words. And so, but for me growing up, she was a ballerina and a ballet teacher. She taught me dance, but she stopped teaching when she had big injuries when I was about 8 or 9 years old. So from age 3 to 8 or 9, I danced, but after that, I did not dance. And I had injuries myself later in life, broke my back, which brought me to beginning to understand, yes, broke my back. And I was in chronic pain for about 3 years, 4 years, till I came upon a indigenous healer who taught me things. And it has to do with stretching and moving in particular ways. He taught me Tai Chi, which this has a lot of things in combination with. And he taught me yoga, which this has a lot of things in combination with. But it doesn't require the reaching and sweating that some things do. And instead of 24 movements that Tai Chi has as the minimum, we have 12 as our minimum. So I think it's easier to learn and it's faster to do. And perhaps it can connect more to an English speaking and non-oriental oriented public. And like my friend Brendan says, we're looking to make something which is actually a like the polio vaccine, good for everybody. This was the song that he wrote that is about the beginning of this work.
And in my bag I left at rest. My eyes took on it.
We only have 2 minutes, so this is a 3-minute song.
Inward listening filled alone. Still spread cup and soul. Warmth and light from top to toe. And in sweet reverie, I felt the strands grow in me. I felt my body all aglow. And in a vision began to flow. Then the true gracious self rises serene. Feet anchor me to this dream, doing a peaceful for all to see. Oh, oh, peaceful, peaceful. Oh, Shots sway me a tree, by every French breeze ecstasy. My leaves in the breeze tiptoe, softly round and round the globe. One knows the true gracious self rises serene. Thoughts of loving kindness, passion freeing, justice supreme. The heart beats according to time. I'm in the prime, I'm in my prime. Ecstasy, the sense vocabulary of the world's a hold of me.
Am I still with you? Okay, good. I'm having trouble. There we are.
Okay, what fun to bring movement and music into the Garden of Health.
Well, that is what's going to move us, I believe. So there we are.
I believe
Thank
you're
you very
right.
much for joining me in all of this, everybody. And I really loved being with you. And I hope that you will join me in the future doing some trainings and workshops. And
You want to
That's
say
so
a
sad.
website where people can
Oh.
reach you?
Absolutely. Empatharian.com is the website, which still doesn't have everything in it at the moment, I'm afraid. I need some technical assistance with my website. But Also, where you can reach me by email, anempatharian@gmail.com. And if this is in the chat, I would really appreciate it. I can't seem to reach the chat right now, but it's Anne Empatharian, ANEMPATHARIAN @gmail.com. Just to reach me if you'd like to collaborate on anything, if you have any input you'd like to give, I'm very open to it. And this is a continuing co-creative thing. Empatharian is a language that we are creating as we go, movements that have meaning. So,
Beautiful. Thank you, Lolo.
thank
Very lovely to be with you. It feels much better. It's
you.
very nice. Thank you a lot.
Thank you. Love
Bye-bye.
all of you. Bye now. Bye-bye.